Hi there. Tonight we're doing Dutch oven cooking. We're going to do some baked cod Cajun style, and we're to go along with that we're going to do a simple dirty rice. For this one I'm going to use the 12-inch Dutch oven. So there's what they look like. Black and catfish got nice crust. Alright, so tonight we're doing a cod in the Dutch oven, Cajun style. To go along with that, in another Dutch oven, we're going to do a simple dirty rice. And by accident, both these recipes came from one source, Dutch Oven Cajun and Creole by Bill Ryan. I've cooked a few things from this book before. They've all came out pretty good. I like some of the stuff that he does. Wanted to do some Dutch oven cooking today, and we've been out and about most of the morning, so it's relatively quick and easy. So I've got some prep work to do that I'm going to do off camera, and as we get ready to make the sauce, because we've got to let that simmer for a little bit first, then I'll come back. Okay, so I got my prep work done, minus piercing my finger. And let's see here, let's turn that down a little bit more. So we're going to start making our sauce. I've got almost a full cup of butter. To melt down. My vegetables, is about 1 cup of onion, 1 cup of celery, and a half a cup of bell pepper. More stuff. I'm just trying to get this go in here without it running away. Need to there it is. Oh. Add to it an 8-ounce can of tomato sauce. Tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. And a little bit of sugar and a little bit of garlic, which I'm going to have to mix up because I didn't get that earlier, so I'm going to do that in just a second. Then we're going to just let this simmer till it makes a nice sauce for about an hour. Alright, man, this sauce sure is smelling good. It's reduced quite a bit. Let me give that another stir. Alright, tell you what I'm going to do, because I need... I'm going to cheat a little bit for the rice. I'm just gonna set that there and let it preheat some so we can cook the rice. Okay, so here's what I've got. I've got a little bit of some little cod fillets. They're kind of small too, but it's all I had left in my freezer. So that's what we got. It's gonna be enough for the both of us. And I'm gonna just lay these little dudes down in here. I pre-oiled my oven just a little bit ago. And so that's that. The original recipe calls for like 2 pounds and something. So we've got a few leftovers to eat up already from some other stuff. So this will do us just fine. And I need to, I'm going to sprinkle it with a little bit of my Raging Cajun, so that's at least less salty than a lot of other Cajun seasonings. That should do fine. There's supposed to be some dry white wine, and we are trying to reduce our level of drinking. Do not have any wine in the house at the moment, so I'm using some cooking sherry, and it gets a little bath of that, which is pretty much washing off the Cajun seasoning. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to, just because it is I'm just going to give it a quick little dusting one more time so that it can stick. There we go. And our sauce that has been stewing away all afternoon. I'm going to spoon this over top of the fish. Man, that sure does smell good. And then during the cooking process, it's supposed to get a few more bastes, so it does not really say how often. That it cooks for an hour. So I'm going to, as we turn the lid and stuff every 15 minutes or thereabouts, I'm going to say every other lid turning we're going to. Yeah, right. So there's that. It's going to cook for an hour at 300. I'm using a deep Dutch oven, which for the amount of fish I really should have used the shallow, but I'm going to use the shallow for the rice, and I only have two 10-inch Dutch ovens. Well, three, but the other one's a deep dish also. So my coals are about done. I'm going to do this off camera, but I'm going to set them up over here, put up a little ring of coals, and then we'll get him cooking for an hour, and then changing the lid every 15 minutes or so. So we are going to heat up some sausage. This is just regular breakfast sausage, one that we just opened from a pound, that we just opened up this morning, and for our breakfast. And we're going to just heat up the remainder of it. His recipe calls for 12 ounces of it, and I think we got a little bit less. So we're going to heat it up and crumble it down. If there's much fat from it, we're going to drain that off. That's browning up really good. I'm going to fix and pull this, drain what little oil there is out of it. And then start frying up the veggies. Start another batch of charcoal. Okay. So, pardon me. And we'll get some olive oil heating up now. And as soon as we get the veggies going, I'm going to start some more charcoal. Hey, I'm liking that I fixed up the old stove my dad gave me. It's working pretty good, really. And I haven't even brought my stove out, which I fixed up over the winter also. But just been having fun using this old one. So we'll add the veggies. Where'd my little spatula go? There we go. I lose track of the ratio, but it is twice as much bell pepper as onion, and equal amounts of onion and celery, and 2 cloves of garlic. I think it called for 1, but I had 2 left, so I just thought I'd use that up. Okay, so we'll let that saute down, get some more coals started, and then assemble that and let it bake for half an hour or so too. Alright, so the onions and peppers, they're doing pretty well. They're softening down good. I'll let them go a few more minutes. You can add the sausage back to it now. Let that reheat and incorporate. Coals are going. I can smell the cod every now and then. There's little whiffs of steam coming out the side. I need to add now a teaspoon of poultry seasoning, and I've got my sister one year for the holidays got me, ooh, that smells good. You know, them little souvenir type of gifts, you know, the can't find anything else for somebody thing, the gift baskets and whatever. So there was a seasoning kit. There's one that was for meat, one that was for poultry, and one that is for fish. So she's got me one. I'm just using that up. Let's see, it was called Foul Stuff. It's actually pretty good. The meat one, that we've used all that one up already, so I can't. Yeah, see, what else am I supposed to do? Okay. Mix that up good. And excuse me one more time. The long grain and wild rice mix. Add that and its own seasoning packet. And there's some liquid too to add to it. And there's its seasoning packet. And I'm going to let that cook and blend together for a few minutes before we add the liquid. Okay, so my coals are really about ready. This is heated up for, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 minutes maybe. It's supposed to be 2.5 cups of chicken broth, but I only got 1 can. I don't feel like opening up another one, so I'm going to use the can, 14.5 ounces, and make up the difference with water. Oh, excuse me for a second. And there we go. Make up the difference with some water. Where'd my lid go? There's my lid. I'm going to go get my coals. And then that is going to cook in the Dutch oven also under coals for about half an hour. Oh yeah, they look good. Sorry, they don't need to be no basting in them. Yeah, for that small amount of fish, that was plenty enough sauce. No basting needed. So they should both get done about the same time, and we'll be eating soon. Alright, so let's see how we did here. This is the fish. It looks pretty good. There's one. Yeah. And some of the sauce left over. And smells good anyhow. And the rice. Yeah, that looks really good. So give me a second, we'll get these things plated up and start eating. Oops, this way. Here you go, Ruthie.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
That looks good. Smells good.
I do this all the time. I don't put the viewfinder down here where I can see what I'm doing. Alright. So there we go. What you laughing at, Keefe?
No, my Band-Aid is.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that really tore that finger up. Feel like a little kid. Oh, the rice is good.
Very good.
Oh, that rice is really, really good.
The cod is too.
Yeah. Yeah. That's really good.
Yes.
And let's try the fish now.
I'm gonna say something you won't believe. It's a little too salty, but it's really good.
Oh, you can taste the butter in the sauce, but at the same time, the fish, the tomato, that's just a good marriage of flavors, really. That's really good. Yep. I'm calling this one a success, minus the incident. Anyhow, thank you for hanging out with us this afternoon, and we'll see you next time.